welcome to the Old Time Gospel Hour on Facebook Live, Sunday evening program. Good evening, Sister Lala, good evening. Little cousin Tenoria Gayfield, good evening. Brother Melvin Evans, good evening. Big cousin Alice Gayfield, good evening. Sister Bernice Cruz, good evening. Big cousin Diane Adams, good evening. Brother Willie, Sister Marnette Jefferson, good evening. Brother Walter, Sister Audrey Griffin, good evening. Sister Sandra Bush, good evening. Sister Cheyenne Shanks, good evening. Also, good evening out there to our followers and our YouTube listeners. Good evening, good evening. Sister Gloria Arrington, Sylvester Willieva and Annie Rice, Brother Brian and Sister Vanessa Tate, Brother Terrell Lane, Brother Robert, Sister Gail Buchanan, Sister Juanice Mays, Brother Tony and Sister Vanessa Fitzpatrick, Sister Theon Jones, Pastor Hubbard. Good evening, good evening. Little cousin Michael Gayfield, good evening. Big Sister Ruthie Williams, good evening. Sister Christine Brew, good evening. Sister Bridget Salas, good evening. Good evening. Brother Yvesta Floyd, good evening. Sister Denise Minor, good evening, good evening, good evening. Sister Tippy Floyd, good evening.
So God can, anywhere, anytime, you ought to. So God can.
Sister Marilyn and Sister Sean Stuckey. Eula Henderson, hey sister, Happy New Year.
So I can use you anywhere, anytime. You ought to live. So God can use you anywhere, anytime. You ought to pray. So if you feel God's Spirit, anywhere, anytime, you ought to pray. So God can use you anywhere, Lord, anytime. You ought to talk. You ought to tell somebody that God is real. Anytime, you ought to talk, so God can use you anywhere, anytime. You ought to sing. You can sing God's praises anywhere, anytime.
Sister Beverly Brown, good evening.
So God can use you.
Brother Henry Mason, good evening. Good evening.
You ought to praise. Anywhere, anytime, you ought to praise. So God can use you. Anywhere, anytime, you ought to live. So God can use you. Anywhere, anytime, you ought to live. So God can use you. Anywhere, anytime. Oh, you ought to live. So God can use you. Anywhere, anytime. You ought to live. So God can use you. Anywhere, anytime. And you ought to pray. So God can use you. Anywhere, Lord. Anytime. Oh, you ought to pray. So God can use you. Anywhere, anytime. And you ought to sing. God can use you. Anywhere, anytime. You ought to sing, Lord. So God can use you.
Sister Karen Sanford, good evening.
Anywhere.
Brother Byron West, good evening and Happy New Year to you.
And you ought to pray. So God can use
Sister
you.
Henry Chairs, good evening. Amen, amen. You ought to live so God can use you anywhere and anytime. That was the Striving 5 with my little cousin, Brother Dan Connor, leading over at Circle of Light, and our opening up song, God is Already Here. And that was the senior choir with Sister Grace Brew leading at Rising Star. Amen, amen. Good evening, cousins Robert and Robin Ford. Good evening.
I am
precious Lord, take my hand. Amen. Amen. Lead me on. Let me stand. Amen. That was the Joy Bell Male Course with Brother Calvin Ivy leading at Rising Star. Amen. Amen. Good evening, Sister Terry Lane Cooper, Sister Reva Smith. Good evening. Brother Samuel Rucker, Sister Olivia Rucker. Good evening. Good evening. Brother Frank and Sister Shirley Gardner. Good evening. Sister Shauna. Good evening. John Pitts. Good evening. Good evening.
To see his face.
I want to see his face.
Said I want to see.
I want to see his face.
Way over yonder.
Way over yonder.
We can make it.
We can make it by faith.
Sometimes the road gets rough.
Sometimes the road gets rough.
Said the going gets tough.
And the going gets tough.
Said I want to see.
I want to see his face.
In that new
Jerusalem.
I said I want to see.
I want to see his face.
Lord, I got to see.
I want to see his face.
Way over yonder.
Way over yonder.
We can make it.
We can make it by faith.
Sometimes the road gets rough.
Sometimes the road gets rough.
Said the going gets tough.
And the going gets tough.
Said I want to see.
I want to see his face.
In that new
Jerusalem.
I said I want to see.
I want to see his face.
Lord, I want to see.
I want to see his face.
Way over yonder.
Way over yonder.
We can make it.
We can make it by faith.
Sometimes the road gets rough.
Sometimes the road gets rough.
And the going gets tough.
And the going gets tough.
Said I want to see.
I want to see his face.
Yeah, I want to see.
I want to see his face.
Said I want to see.
I want to see his face.
In that new
Jerusalem.
way over there.
In
most of all,
Come on and go.
most of all,
Come on and go.
I want to see that man,
Come on and go.
that man named Jesus,
Come on and go.
man who saved me.
Come on and go.
Yes, you raised.
Come on and go.
Say, come on and go.
Come on and go. Won't you come on and go?
Then I want to see.
I want to see his face.
Then I got to see.
I want to see his face.
Lord, I want to see.
I want to see his face in the new Jerusalem.
Amen. Amen. I want to see his face in that new Jerusalem. Amen. And that was the Voices of Unity with Sister Alyssa McBain leading at Circle of Light. Amen. Good evening, Sister Vanessa Payne, Sister Patricia Graham. Good evening, Sister Carolyn Lee. Good evening, good evening. Uh-oh. My screen is jumping around. Good evening, Sister Latrice. Good evening, Sister Anissa Johnson, Sister Mother Fee Johnson. Good evening, Brother Ron and Sister Barbara Whitehead. Brother Joe Stanford Sr. Good evening, good evening. Sister Erica Gordon Walker, good evening. Sister Beverly Fuller, good evening. Okay, I don't know what's going on here. But that was the intermediate choir with Sister Carolyn Gordon-Jones leading at Rising Star, Just a Closer Walk with Thee. Amen, amen. Okay, I'm going to read the announcements right here. Sending happy birthdays out today, Sunday, January the 2nd, to Sister Miranda Miles Jackson, and happy heavenly birthday going out to Sister Sadie Lane. Amen, amen. Monday, January the 3rd, happy birthday, Sister Karen Dean and Brother Keith Dean. Happy birthday. Tuesday, January the 4th, Sister Shirley Garner and Sister Brenda Hicks. Happy birthday. Thursday, January the 6th, Sister Paula Redden Bush. Friday, January the 7th, Sister Lily Dixon. Saturday, January the 8th, Sheila Myers, Brother Dwayne Gates, and Sister Sandra Weaver. And next Sunday, January the 9th, Sister Keisha Hayes, Sister Marilyn Stuckey, and Sister Erica Shropshire. We're sending prayers out to Brother Walter and Sister Audrey Griffin, Sister Regina Ladier, Sister Marilyn Stuckey, Brother Edwin Whitehead, Sister Marjorie Hutchinson, to my boo-boo, Brother Willie Robertson, Brother Alfred Pickens, Sister Chanel Miles, Brother Pete Williams, Sister Genevieve Sadler, Sister Gloria Arrington, Brother Theron Smith, Vivian Daly, Odell Harmon, Lester People, Brandon Taylor, Maurice Washington, Jonathan Cobb, Frankie Adams, all of the sick and confined, the homeless, frontline workers, COVID, Delta, and Omicron patients, and especially going out to the bereaved families. Also, we're praying for each other and for this whole world. Sister Gloria Arrington is in the Frontier Rehab Center, 2840 West Clay Street, St. Charles, Missouri, 63301, and she's in room 102. Funeral services for Mr. Thomas Levan Hardy Sr. will be Wednesday, January the 5th, 2022, at Van Hella Funeral Home, 7600 St. Charles Rock Road. Viewing will be from 9 until 11 a.m. and the funeral starts at 11 a.m. He is the brother of Sister Patricia Graham and Sister Deborah Hubbard, and the cousin of Sister Curly Jean Levenberry. The family of Sister Tremaine Davis would like to thank everyone for their prayers, calls, texts, cards, and other expressions of love. Thank you. If you need legal help, call Legal Services of Eastern Missouri, 314-361-8834, or the Eviction Hotline, 314-534-4200. If you're behind on your rent and you'd like to schedule a mediation between your landlord and yourself, call St. Louis City Resolution Center, 314-255-7440, or St. Louis County Mediation Project, 314-833-0226. And as always, thank you for sharing the program and letting others hear this good gospel music. And also, can you please let others know that they can go on YouTube, the Old Time Gospel Hour, and they can hear pre-recorded programs of the Old Time Gospel Hour. Also tell them to hit the subscribe button so that every time I upload a program, they'll get a notification and they'll be able to see it. Also, we still have the live talks for anyone that would like to do a live talk. We still have those. Just let me know. Anybody that would like to do a live talk, you can let me know. Good evening, Sister Brenda and Brother Ron and Sister Brenda McGee. Good evening. Good evening.
Oh, yes, I'm going. Yes, I'm going. And they say he's going with me on the globe. On to globe. I've got love waiting for me. When I get there, all my troubles will be over. He's gonna call my name and welcome me at home. Me at home. And yes, I'm going. Yes, I'm going. And they say he's going with me on the globe. On to
Amen. Amen. He's called my name and welcomed me at home. Amen. And that was the Young Strivers with Brother Jamandi Johnson leading a Circle of Light. Amen. Amen. Good evening, Brother Sherman, Sister Mona Hawthorne. Good evening, Brother Robert Thomas. Good evening, Sister Evelyn Henley. Good evening, good evening.
I
amen. Joy, joy, God's great joy. Joy down in my soul. Amen, amen. That was the young adult choir with Sister Frankie Foley and Sister Beverly Haynes leading at Rising Star. Amen, amen. I didn't think I had that song, but for the request I couldn't find it, but I found it. Amen, amen. Sister Laurie Barnes, good evening. Good evening, Sister Sharia Keeley. Brother Maurice, Sister Florence Lawrence. Good evening, Sister Gail Thomas. Good evening, good evening. Happy New Year, Ava. Sister Marilyn, Sister Sean Stuckey, Sister Louise Govan Hall, good evening. Good evening. Sister Edna Randall Lane, good evening.
When your disappointments come, and your friends are few, there is someone who cares for you. Someone to care.
Can everyone please?
Oh,
Everybody please stand. Can everyone please stand?
to share.
Sister Marcia Whitehead, good evening.
Troubles like no other can do. He'll come down from the sky. He'll wipe the tears from your eyes. You're his child, and he cares for you. Someone to care. Someone to share. All your trouble like no other can do. He'll come down from the sky. He'll wipe the tears from your eyes. You're his child, and he cares for you. Someone to care. Someone to share. All your troubles like Noah can do. He'll come down from the sky and wipe the tears from your eyes. You're his child, and he cares. Jesus cares for you.
Amen. Amen. Someone to care, someone to share. Amen. Amen. That was Minister of Music, Brother James Broughton, singing that over at Circle of Light. Amen. 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 I'm glad, so glad that God made me. Amen. Junior intermediate, young adult choir, Rising Star with the late brother Tim Keys leading. Amen. Amen. Beautiful, beautiful selection. Amen. This is the end of the program. I hope everybody enjoyed the program this evening. And those that were here for this morning and this evening. Tune in again Wednesday evening, 6:30 p.m. from 6:30 to 8 p.m. on Wednesdays. For some more good old-time gospel music. Amen. Amen. Remember who we are praying for. We're praying for our sick, the sick out there. We're praying for the whole world. And thank you so much for listening in. Thank you so much, and God bless.